Anybody here like to nap? Yeah? Everybody like to nap? Well, I just have a blanket here, so as I just say the story. I think it's safe to say most of us probably hit that point in the day where we wish we could take a nap. Well, guess what? Some places are now allowing it, and that is the focus of today's Your Take. Should you be able to take a nap, a quick nap, at work? So with me right now is Ben and Kels. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Ben, I hear you know all about this. You work two jobs.
Yeah, well, when I'm done with Your Morning, I go upstairs to E-Talk, and that job takes me to about 2:30. And there is a little bit of downtime in there. I find on the days where I have a lot scheduled, and I'm perpetually moving, I don't have time to think about how tired I get. But in that time where I sit down at my desk and I go through my emails and nobody's asking me for anything, all of a sudden this calm comes over my body, and I can and do often fall asleep for a good 10-15 minutes.
And I do want to say, because you say you're done by about 2:30, it sounds early for a lot of people, but we get here shortly after 3 in the morning. So by then, at that point, you've worked nearly a 12-hour day.
Yeah.
You need a little shut-eye at some point. If I had a good spot to nap, that's always the problem. It's like, where do you nap? Do you like try and find a closet?
No, I just
like,
recline in my office chair like this, and then
And it just takes over you.
Takes over for about 15 minutes. So it's not comfortable enough to really get a deep sleep, but enough to just power down for a few minutes.
Well, you're not the only one who does this. Here's the thing. We did a bit of digging here, and we found that 51% of American respondents admitted to getting some shut-eye during business hours. Guys, that's half the American workforce tries to find a little bit of Z during the day. Like, that was a higher number than even I suspected it would have been. So it seems like people are looking for a way to re-energize, in a sense.
I think it's a fair trade-off. I mean, in these days when our iPhones and our cell phones keep us connected to the office when we shouldn't be working, then I think there's a fair trade-off that somebody should be able to find a little personal time at work.
And that's the thing. Many CEOs are starting to think just like that. So we actually found some Canadian examples of companies adopting this model. One Edmonton company basically ordered a nap pod for its employees. It cost about $14,000. Yeah, $14,000 for a nap pod. However, the CEO believed that this would increase productivity for their employees.
How many people can sleep in this pod?
It's just one. It's a smaller company. It's a smaller tech company. Sure. They wanted to try it out, but it really took off. We also found an example here in Toronto where one company started to initiate, or implement rather, nap rooms, and employees can go into the nap room and actually hang up a napping time sign on the door.
We've heard the benefits of getting up from your desk. We know sitting is bad for us, so we've heard the benefits of getting up for a quick walk, walking to get your coffee as opposed to just grabbing one from the desk beside you to re-energize you. So why not napping? It's so frowned upon, which is weird, but we know the benefits of just re-energizing for a little bit.
And that's the thing. It does have a sort of stigma, right?
Totally.
That if you take a nap, you're almost a little bit lazy or unproductive. But there is scientific research highlighting some of the benefits. So take a look at this, because we did see and found some research that said napping can actually be linked to decreased levels of hypertension or high blood pressure. And there's also a relationship between midday naps and decreased prevalence of heart disease. Like, this is scientific research that many people are looking into this. So it's not laziness. It actually can help an employee not only with their health, but possibly even their productivity.
Do we have a sense of what is an acceptable length of time for a nap?
Yes.
Like I said, I'm only a 15, 20-minute guy.
Perfect.
And when I wake up,
Perfect.
I'm re-energized. I know a lot of times people take naps when they wake up, they're groggy. So I think I get exactly what I need in that short period of
Kelsey,
time.
you do more? Longer?
Yeah,
How long do you go
like
for?
75 minutes. It's like my favorite, like an hour and 15.
But this is a midday nap we're talking, right?
Oh, yeah, but
okay, well,
like, that's
a little long there, Kels. That's a little long there. I'll tell you why. Because some of the studies that we did find said the appropriate amount is 20 minutes. Why? Because they don't want it to affect your nighttime sleep. And that's your deep sleep, where you really, that's the most important sleep. So anything longer than 20 minutes, more so past 30 minutes, you're getting into uncharted territory there. So, Kels, just put that alarm for 20 minutes, please, my friend.
This is why I wake up and I'm like, where am I? What's happening? What's my name?
So, what was also interesting, I'm sure you've probably heard, but there are some countries where napping is part of the culture.
The siesta.
Yeah, Spain is one of them. When I went to Spain a couple years ago, siesta was a thing. Some store owners would close down their shop.
The country powers down.
Yeah,
not individuals.
not all of the country, but many people.
Yeah.
They go home, they take a nap. But it's not just Spain. Take a look at some of these countries. So Japan also is a country where napping is not only acceptable, it's considered a plus, like an advantage to do. And in China, it's a constitutional right.
What?
Take that in. Yes.
In the
That's like the
States-
one constitutional right
Yes.
they have there.
Right. In the States,
right-
the
the right to
constitutional
sleep.
right to bear arms. And
Yeah, in
the
China,
constitutional- right.
it is expected. So imagine that in the Canadian Charter of Rights of Freedom, if we implemented that, where Canadians were allowed to take a nap. How would you feel about that?
I'd feel great. I really would.
I
feel
would
great
think we'd
about
have a few other things to add to that before looking at, at napping.
I'm
but-
just saying, a healthy and productive society is a good thing. So Canada, come close. Here's the family discussion. Yes, put down the coffee, put down the tea, whatever you're drinking. Hashtag your take. Use that hashtag. Here's your question. Should you be able to nap at work? Yes, hit us up on Instagram, on Twitter, and Facebook. Let us know how you feel. Do you think it's okay to get a little bit of ZZZ at work, or do you think that no, nobody should? That's unproductive. Let us know right now.
On a day like today, when we're all going to stay up late and watch our Jets and cheer them on,
You
and
need
the
a
game
nap.
time isn't until 8 Eastern, you need a nap. So Canada, we need to know what you think.
you go.
Absolutely. All right.
We'll
Thank
be
you for
napping.
that, Brando. Stay with us. Your morning news and weather are right after the break. Don't go anywhere.
Let's all nap.
Here's a blanket.
Yeah.